Note, the following is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Especially you, Jenny Beckman. Bitch. Exterior. Angeles Plaza, downtown L.A., California, day. And we're looking at a man in his 20s and a woman in her 20s on a bench high above the city of Los Angeles. Their names are Jane and Summer, and right now neither one says a word. Close in on their hands, intertwined. Notice the wedding ring on his finger. Close on Jane, looking at Summer the way every man wants to be looked at. And then a distinguished voice begins to speak to us.
This is a story of girl meets boy.
Day number 1. Interior conference room, day. Jane Hansen sits at a very long rectangular conference table. The walls are lined with framed blow-up-sized greeting cards. Jane, dark hair and blue eyes, wears a t-shirt under his sports coat and Adidas tennis shoes to balance out the corporate dress code. She looks pretty bored.
The girl, Jane Hansen of Margate, New Jersey, grew up believing that she'd never truly be happy until the day she met the one.
Interior living room, 1989. Preteen Jane sits alone in her bed, engrossed in a movie. Her walls are covered in posters of obscure bands. From the TV we hear, "Elaine, Elaine!"
This belief stemmed from early exposure to sad British pop music and a total misreading of the movie The Graduate.
Interior office cubicle, present day. Summer Finn files folders and answers phones in a plain white office. He has long brown hair, almost like a girl's, but his face is masculine enough to get away with it.
The boy, Summer Finn of Shinnecock, Michigan, did not share this belief.
Interior bathroom, 1994. Preteen Summer brushes his hair in the mirror. His hair extends down to his lower back.
Since the disintegration of his parents' marriage, he'd only loved two things. The first was his long brown hair.
She picks up scissors from the counter and begins to slice.
The second was how easily he could cut it off and feel nothing.
Interior boardroom, same. Jane continues to listen to some boring presentation. Interior cubicle, same. Summer answers a call, takes a message, and walks out of his cubicle down a long, narrow hallway.
Jane meets Summer on June the 8th. She knows almost immediately. He's who she's been searching for.
Close up Summer, opening the door to the boardroom, about to come face to face with Jane for the first time.
This is a story of girl meets boy.
But before they do, black.
You should know up front, this is not a love story.
Interior exterior opening credit sequence. Split screen of Jane and Summer as children, growing up in their own separate worlds, disconnected and yet somehow not. For example, on the left, young Jane blows bubbles in a field. On the right, Summer runs through a field of dandelions, flying in the wind all around her. It should look like the dandelions originated with Jane's breath. That sort of thing, anyway. Day number 240. Exterior downtown L.A., night. A 12-year-old boy rides his bicycle down the block towards the downtown skyline. Exterior, Jane's place, same. The boy arrives at an apartment complex, jumps off the bike, and races up the front stairs. He rings the doorbell. Interior Jane's place, later. Pauline and Mackenzie open the door. These are Jane's best friends. Pauline is a doctor and wears hospital scrubs. Mackenzie works in a cubicle next to Jane.
We didn't know who else to call.
The boy removes his helmet.
It's Amanda Heller all over again.
The plate crashes. OS.
You did the right thing. Where is she?
Jane is in the kitchen, breaking things and basically going nuts. As she does, we should notice a few things about her place. One, though it isn't big, it is organized by a master. Two, on the walls in a series of framed portraits, each one a famous building and its architectural blueprint. As we'll soon learn, Jane has a big interest in architecture. About to smash a plate on the floor, she's interrupted by...
Jane.
Jane freezes.
Rich? What are you doing here?
Rich is Jane's 12-year-old half-brother.
I'm here to help you.
Me? How?
First, put down the plate.
Interior Jane's apartment, later. Jane sits next to Rich. Pauline and Mackenzie sit on either side of them.
I'm gonna be sick.
Okay, drink this.
He hands her a glass. Jane drinks it down.
What is that?
Vodka.
More.
She gulps another down.
Does Mom know you're here? It's gotta be past 10.
Don't worry about it. Start from the beginning. Tell us what happened.
Jane takes a deep breath.
Things were going so well.
Flashbacks earlier that day. Jane and Summer walk through the stalls at an outdoor market. They lie in bed, kissing. They shop at IKEA, holding hands. They walk out of a movie theater. They shop for music. Jane excitedly shows Summer a Ringo Starr solo album. Interior Jane's place. Same.
And then what?
Interior diner earlier that night. Jane and Summer in a booth ordering dinner.
I think we should stop seeing each other.
Interior Jane's place, as before.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Did she say why?
Interior diner, as before.
I mean, this thing. What are we doing? Is this normal?
I don't know. I'm happy. Aren't you happy?
You're happy?
You're not?
All we do is argue.
That is bullshit.
Interior Jane's place, as before.
Maybe she was just in a bad mood.
A hormonal thing.
PMS?
What do you know about PMS?
More than you'd think, Jane.
Oh my God.
Then what happened?
Interior diner, as before.
This can't be a total surprise to you. I mean, we've been like Sid and Nancy for months now.
Summer, Sid stabbed Nancy 7 times with a kitchen knife. We've had some disagreements, but I hardly think I'm Sid Vicious.
No. I'm Sid.
Oh, so I'm Nancy?
The waitress comes out with the food. Jane and Summer stop their discussion until the meal is served and the waitress leaves. Summer starts to eat.
Let's just eat and we'll talk about it later.
Without another word, he goes back to his pancakes. Jane watches him eat like this is the worst travesty in the history of mankind.
That was good. Really glad we did this. I love these pancakes.
Jane looks at her food in disgust. She may never eat again.
What?
Jane stands up to go.
Jane, don't go. Come back. You're still my best friend.
The sound slows down on the word friend, which is an awful, awful word. Interior Jane's place, as before. Silence for a few beats.
Jesus.
Here.
Jane drinks more vodka.
Let's be rational for a second.
Yes, let's.
You've broken up with boys before.
Right?
Boys have broken up with you before.
This is different.
Why?
Because it's Summer.
Come on, he wasn't that special.
Both Pauline and Rich look at Mackenzie with faces that suggest she's wrong there.
So you'll meet somebody new. Point is, you're the best girl I know. You'll get over him.
I think it's kind of like how they say there's plenty of other fish in the sea.
No.
They say that.
Well, they're lying, Pauline. I don't want to get over him. I want to get him back.
Day number 1. Interior conference room day. Jane, as we saw him earlier, bored. In the boardroom. Mackenzie is in mid-presentation.
Maybe playing it safe is the wrong approach. The nuclear family is dead, and we need a new holiday to recognize that.
Mackenzie holds up a homemade Photoshop family portrait of Martina Navratilova, Ellen DeGeneres, and the kid from Jerry Maguire.
May 21st. Other Mother's Day. Thank you.
The co-workers nod and digest this idea. Vance is the head of the department.
I'd say we've got some potential here. What do you think, Hanson? Could you write up some prototypes for Lise?
Jane is about to answer when the door opens, and in walks Summer. From that moment on, she can't take her eyes off him.
Excuse me, Mrs. Vance. There's a call for you on line 3.
Thank you. Everyone, this is Summer, my new assistant. Summer just moved here from...
Michigan.
Right, Michigan. Well, Summer. Everyone. Summer. Excuse me, I have to take this.
Nice to meet you all.
Summer gives a little wave before following Vance out. Jane looks like she's just seen God.
There's only 2 kinds of people in the world. There's women, and there's men.
Exterior, street, day, 16mm black and white. Summer rides a bicycle down the street.
Summer Finn was a man.
Freeze on Summer. Throughout the following, subtitles will reveal specifics of the narrator's points.
Height, average.
Titles reveal specifics, 5'5".
Weight, average.
Titles, 121 pounds.
Shoe size, slightly above average.
Titles, size 8.
For all intents and purposes, Summer Finn. just another boy.
Resume regular speed.
Except he wasn't.
Insert Summer's high school yearbook littered with letters from classmates.
DeWitt. In 1998, Summer quoted a song by the Scottish band Bell and Sebastian in his high school yearbook. Color my life with the chaos of trouble.
Insert sales chart of the LP The Boy with the Arab Strap by region, showing an unusual spike in the greater Michigan area.
This spike in Michigan sales of their album The Boy with the Arab Strap continues to puzzle industry analysts.
Interior college campus, ice cream parlor, day, 16mm black and white. Summer works as a dipper at the busy old-timey campus creamery.
Summer's employment at the Daily Freeze during his sophomore year coincided with an inexplicable 212% increase in revenue.
In between orders, Summer sneaks a taste of one of the flavors. Interior apartment, day, 16mm black and white. Summer is shown a vacant apartment by a seedy-looking landlord.
Every apartment Summer rented was offered at an average rate of 9.2% below market value.
Exterior interior city bus, day, 16mm black and white. Summer climbs onto a city bus during a busy morning.
And his round-trip commute to work averaged 18.4 double takes per day.
Sure enough, several female riders and the driver have to look twice.
It was a rare quality, this Summer effect. Rare, and yet something every post-adolescent female has encountered at least once in their lives.
Exterior street, day, 16mm black and white. Summer continues to ride his bicycle down the street.
For Jane Hansen to find it now in a city of 400,000 offices, 91,000 commercial buildings, and 3.8 million people, well, that could only be explained by one thing: fate.
Day number 3. Interior office, day. Jane trying to work and failing. She turns to Mackenzie.
I hear he's a prick.
Really?
Yeah, Patel tried to talk to him in the copy room. He was totally not having it.
Maybe he was just in a hurry?
And maybe he's some uppity, better than everyone super prick.
Damn.
I know. He's pretty hot.
That sucks, man. Why is it pretty boys always think they can treat people like crap and get away with it?
Centuries of reinforcement.
You know what? Screw him. I don't care. If he wants to be that way, fine.
Interior elevator, later. Jane is listening to headphones. Summer enters the elevator and Jane actively puts on a show to ignore him. Summer hears the music.
Smiths?
Jane, pretending not to hear or care, gives him an unenthusiastic wave.
I love the Smiths.
Jane, still pretending, takes off her headphones.
Sorry?
I said, I love the Smiths. You have good taste in music.
A beat as Jane processes this information.
You like the Smiths.
To die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. Love it.
The elevator doors open and he gets off.
Holy shit.
Day number 8. Interior office lobby, later. The office is gathered around a 60-something coworker, Mel, African-American. They toast him with cake and champagne. A banner above reads, Happy Engagement, Mel. Jane hands out champagne and maneuvers right next to Summer.
Hey, Summer, right?
Smiths fan.
Yep. Jane.
Nice to meet you.
Want some, it's not champagne. I don't know what it is. So how's it going?
Pretty good.
Just moved here, right? When?
Saturday.
Wow. And, what brought you?
Boredom mostly. Wanted to try something new and exciting.
Well, you've clearly come to the right place.
Summer laughs. It's adorable. It's adorable. Interior office hallway, same.
And you? Been working here long?
I mean, you know, like 4 or 5 years.
Wow. You've always wanted to write greeting cards?
Oh, I don't even know if I want to do it now.
Maybe you should do something else then.
Yeah, well, I studied to be an architect, actually.
That's cool. What happened there?
Didn't work out, needed a job. Here we are.
You any good?
Well, I wrote this one.
Today you're a man. Mazel tov on your bar mitzvah.
It's a big seller.
I meant as an architect.
Oh, I doubt it.
Well, you are perfectly adequate greeting card writer.
Thank you. That was my nickname in college. Perfectly adequate Hanson.
They used to call me Anal Boy.
No.
Jane does a spit take and almost chokes.
I was very neat and organized.
There's an awkward silence.
Anyway, I should get back.
All right, see you later.
He walks back to his cubicle at the other end of the hall. Jane watches him walk away completely enamored. She sits down at her desk and sets out to work. Her eyes fall on a sketch of a house dated 2001, which is the only architecture sketch on her wall. Jane has some mojo and starts a new one. She makes a few moves with the pencil, looks it over, and crumples up what she drew. She goes back to her real work. Day number 154. Exterior sidewalk, day. Jane walks alongside his friend Pauline. Nonchalantly, she says,
I don't know, man. I think it's official. I'm in love with Summer.
Close up on Summer's smile.
I love his smile.
Close up Summer's hair.
I love his hair.
Close up Summer's knees.
I love his knees.
Close up Summer's neck.
I love this heart-shaped birthmark on his neck.
Close up Summer's face.
I love the way he sometimes licks his lips before he talks.
Close up Summer asleep.
I love how he looks when he's sleeping.
Close up Summer's laugh.
I love the sound of his laugh.
Over black, playing the opening bars of some over-the-top romantic song like She's Like the Wind.
I love how I hear this song every time I think of him.
Close up Jane staring directly at the camera.
I love how he makes me feel like anything's possible. Like, I don't know, like life is worth it.
Exterior sidewalk, same. Pauline and Jane. Jane walked inside. Pauline is silent for a beat.
This is not good.
Day number 11. Interior Jane's parents' place day. Jane is playing Wii tennis with Rich.
He loves Magritte and Hopper. Oh, and we talked about banana fish for like 20 minutes. We're so compatible, it's insane. Seriously, he's not like I thought at all. He's amazing.
Oh boy.
What?
You know, just because some cute boy likes the same bizarro crap you do doesn't make him your soulmate, Jane.
What do you mean?
Day number 22. Interior Pac-Man Cafe day. Mackenzie is playing tabletop Pac-Man. Jane and Pauline lean against the machine.
It's off.
What?
Me and Summer.
Was it ever on?
No, but it could have been. In a world where good things happen to me.
Yeah, well, that's not really where we live.
No.
So what happened?
You ready?
Interior elevator the day before. Jane is alone. The door opens. In walks Summer.
There we are. 9 more floors to ride. Just me and him.
They ride in silence for a few beats.
Summer,
Hi.
how was your weekend?
It was good.
Interior Pac-Man Cafe as before. The friends wait for more.
You believe that shit?
Jane's friends look confused.
What shit?
I think I missed something.
He said it was good. Emphasis on the good. He basically said, I spent the weekend having sex with this chick I met at the gym. Slut, whatever, I'm over it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
He's not interested. There's nothing I can do.
Just because he said it was good?
And some other things.
Like what? He said, hey, instead of hi? You know, because that totally means he's gay.
I gave him plenty of chances.
Interior office day. Jane types at her desk. Summer approaches the cubicle Jane shares with Mackenzie.
I'm going to the supply room. Anyone need anything?
No thanks.
I think you know what I need.
Awkward silence. Summer's confused.
Toner?
Okay, sure. No problem.
Interior office late in the day. The office is emptying out. Only a few people remain, but Jane and Summer are two of them. Jane takes this opportunity to hit up iTunes on her computer and play a cheesy love song really loud, intending to send Summer a message. She gets no reaction. Jane turns it up. Still nothing. He walks right past her. Jane turns it down, defeated. Interior Pac-Man Cafe as before.
Whatever, man. It's fine. I don't need this crap, you know? I'm good on my own, comfortable, unhassled. People don't realize this, but loneliness, it's like underrated.
You could just ask him out.
Don't be ridiculous.
Day 27 and 28. Interior office, Jane's cubicle, day. Jane sits at her desk with headphones on, trying to work. But with Summer down at the end of the hall, she's having a hard time concentrating. Mackenzie shares a cubicle with Jane.
This Friday, all you can karaoke at the mill.
No way, Mackenzie.
Come on!
They won't let you back in there after the last time.
It wasn't that bad.
No, you just threw up on the stage, tried to fight the bartender, and threatened to burn the place down. Quiet night for you.
Yeah, you saved my life that day.
We are not going back there.
Oh, it won't be like that. It's a work thing. The whole office is going.
I really can't. Even if I wanted to, there's a lot of stuff I got to take care of.
You're not listening to me.
What?
The whole office is going.
Jane looks over to where Summer sits, and the realization dawns on her. Interior karaoke bar, night. Summer is in a back booth with some coworkers when Jane walks into the crowded place. Mackenzie has the microphone, and she's singing some treacly 80s hair metal ballad. She's real into it, and, well, it's kind of sad. Jane waves to Mackenzie and walks over to the booth.
Hi.
Hey, they said you weren't coming.
You asked if I was coming?
Oh my God, damn, that song is brilliant. What's up, Hanson?
Summer sees the next song come up on the screen. She downs a shot and jumps up on stage.
Okay, I'm the new boy, so no making fun of me.
His coworkers whistle and cheer him on. He takes a deep breath as his song begins, something exceedingly awesome. Summer starts to sing unabashed. Even his uncoolness is cool. Jane is awed. Later, Jane walks back to her table with drinks. Summer is there in mid-conversation with Mackenzie.
Hello. I didn't know you were going to join us. I would have gotten you, a drink or...
I'm good.
You're good? You were great up there. Singing.
Thanks. I wanted to sing Born to Run, but they didn't have it.
I love Born to Run.
Jane's from New Jersey.
Yeah?
Yeah, I grew up there. I lived there until I was 12.
I named my cat after Springsteen.
Yeah? What's his name?
Bruce?
Oh, that makes sense.
He laughs. He's really cute when he laughs.
So, you got a girlfriend?
No.
Jane shoots daggers at Mackenzie for that comment. Mackenzie mouths, "What?" Summer sees nothing.
Why not?
'Cause I don't want one.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that a man could enjoy being free and independent?
Are you gay?
No, I'm not gay. I just don't feel comfortable being somebody's boyfriend. I don't actually feel comfortable being anybody's anything, you know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Nope.
Okay, let me break it down for you.
Break it down.
Okay, I like being on my own. Relationships are messy and people's feelings get hurt. Who needs it? We're young, living in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Might as well have fun while we can and save the serious stuff for later.
Wait. What happens if you fall in love?
You don't actually believe that, do you?
It's love. It's not Santa Claus.
Well, what does that word even mean? I've been in relationships and I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, maybe that's because...
And most marriages end in divorce these days, like my parents.
Well, mine too, but...
Methinks the gentleman doth protest too much.
The gentleman dothn't. There's no such thing as love. It's a fantasy.
I think you're wrong.
Okay, well, what is it that I'm missing?
I think you'll know it when you feel it.
I guess we can just agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Mackenzie senses some discomfort.
Okay, who's singing next?
I nominate young Werther here.
I'm not nearly drunk enough.
Bartender!
10 minutes later, Jane is up there drunkenly singing through Here Comes the Man. Summer is cheering her on. Later, Jane and Summer at the bar. Summer is humming a tune.
That's not it. That's something, but that's not it.
What is that then?
I have no idea.
I used to watch it every week.
Oh, yeah? It was the best show on TV. Who doesn't love Knight Rider?
They share another laugh. And then it gets quiet, in that good way. Mackenzie, wasted, is singing the shit out of something patriotic. At any minute, she might start to cry. Exterior karaoke bar. Exterior karaoke bar later. Jane helps a nearly comatose Mackenzie exit the place.
Hey, you're amazing. It was so much fun.
A cab arrives. Jane and Summer help Mackenzie inside.
You guys are so much. Oh, wait, hey!
What's up?
Not you. You. She likes you.
Okay, good night, Mackenzie.
I mean, likes you. Come on, tell him, Jane.
Jane shuts the door on Mackenzie as fast as she can. Now it's just Jane and Summer. Jane talks a mile a minute to try and erase Mackenzie's last exchange from his mind.
Sorry you had to see that. Happens every time we come here. Something about that girl and singing.
Is that true?
Yeah, she drinks and she just loses her shit.
Not Mackenzie. The other thing.
What thing?
Do you like me?
Yeah, I like you. Of course I do.
As friends?
Right, as friends.
Just as friends?
The wheels are spinning in Jane's head. What's the right answer here?
Yes, I mean, I haven't really thought about... Yes. Why?
Nothing. I think you're interesting, and I'd like for us to be friends. Is that okay?
Jane hides her disappointment the best she can.
Oh yeah, you and me. That's perfect.
Cool. Well, I'm that way. Good night.
Good night.
Jane watches her walk away for a beat before she turns to go the other way. Day 31. Interior office, copy room. Same. Jane makes copies. Making copies sure is dull. Summer comes in.
Hey there.
Hi.
Summer making some copies of her own at the neighboring machine. Jane steals a glance, but Summer is all business. Jane thinks about saying something more. Nothing comes. She goes back to copying. There are two people making photocopies. Nothing to see here.
That was fun the other...
When suddenly Summer is pressing against her, and then they're kissing, and it's unbelievable. There's a few seconds where Jane isn't sure if she's dreaming or not, but then she realizes, just like that, somehow she's living her best case scenario. Interior Jane's place, that night. Jane answers the door. It's Pauline in hospital scrubs.
You son of a bitch.
He walks inside without waiting for an invite.
Shh.
The same boy you've been obsessing over for weeks now?
I have not been...
The same boy who you said was way out of your league and you wouldn't have a chance with. That boy?
Pauline, seriously?
Did you bang him?
No.
Blowjob?
No.
Hand job?
No jobs. I'm still unemployed. We kissed.
Level with me. Come on. This is your best friend. Your best friend who tolerated whining about this boy for weeks on end. You were essentially stalking him.
Pauline, shh.
Suddenly, the sound of a toilet flushing is heard. From the bathroom emerges Summer, dressed to go out.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Summer.
I'm Pauline.
Hi, Pauline. Nice to meet you.
Well, I gotta go. I gotta go do some, pretend I was never here. Oh, Jane. If any jobs open up.
Thanks, Pauline. See ya.
Jane quickly shuts the door on Pauline.
She's an old friend. If you heard...
Heard what?
Nothing. You wanna go.
Yeah, I'm stalking. I'm starving.
He smiles. Jane realizes he's heard it all. Day 282. Interior, IKEA. Day. Jane turns the handle on one of the showroom faucets, but no water comes out.
Oh, hun, our sink is broken. Man, all of our sinks are broken.
Summer walks ahead of her without laughing. Jane is deflated by his reaction. Here's why. Day 34, interior IKEA. Day, Jane and Summer browse the maze of furnished rooms.
What are we looking for again?
Trivets.
Ooh, how about a flug?
No, I don't think so.
No, you don't want a flug?
They walk on, stopping in a fully decorated living room. Jane plops down on the recliner.
Ah, home sweet home.
Summer joins in immediately. He sits down on the couch.
Our place really is lovely, isn't it? Oh, Idol's on. The TV's not working.
Oh well, I'm famished. Let's eat.
Jane enters the adjacent kitchen, sits down at the table.
Smells delicious.
Summer follows, doing his best Ward Cleaver impression.
Oh, honey, that's because it is delicious. I made it myself.
Bald eagle?
Your favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Summer goes to turn on the sink, but no water comes out.
The sink is broken.
Well, that's okay, because
She jumps up and pulls him into the next room, another kitchen.
that's why we bought a home with 2 kitchens.
You're so smart. I'll race you to the bedroom.
They run to the bedroom and plop down on the bed. They embrace. Jane looks over her shoulder to the next room.
Darling, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a Chinese family in our bathroom.
Summer feigns shock. The other customers are looking at them like they're crazy, but they don't care. Jane and Summer collapse onto the bed, laughing.
This is fun. You're fun.
Thanks.
Hey, I just want to tell you that, I'm not really looking for anything serious.
Jane is a little surprised. The tone of the conversation switches gears a bit.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Because some people kind of freak out when I say that.
not me.
You sure?
Yeah, like casual, right? Take it slow.
Right. No pressure.
Jane is visibly disappointed by this, but she tries to hide it. Summer hops off the bed. Jane follows. As they step out of their fantasy home and back into the store, Summer grabs Jane's hand. Jane is surprised. Interior Jane's bedroom later that night. Summer and Jane come bounding in, lip-locked and all over each other. They fall on her bed and begin undressing each other. Suddenly, Jane stops.
Can you hold on a second?
She walks into interior bathroom. Same. Out of sight, Jane looks in the bathroom mirror.
Okay, settle. He's just a boy. Just a boy. He wants to keep it casual, which is why he's in my bed right now. But that's casual. That's what casual people do. That's fine. That's great.
She takes a few deep breaths and makes her move. Interior Jane's bedroom. Same. We watch from behind as she re-enters the bedroom, where Summer waits, under the covers, naked.
Hi.
Hi.
Fade up. You Make My Dreams Come True by Hall & Oates. Exterior, downtown street, morning. It's the greatest morning of all time. Jane walks down the street, or more accurately, Jane struts down the street. People wave at her. They clap. They give her thumbs up. Jane points at people as she passes, winking, doing a little shuffle. She checks out her reflection in a window. A young Princess Leia stares back. A group of businessmen break into a Busby Berkeley-style choreographed dance. The whole parade is forming behind Jane, the postman, a police officer, the hot dog vendor. Everybody loves Jane today. Cartoon birds fly into Jane's shoulder. She smiles and winks at them. Jane breaks off from the parade as she approaches her office. Exterior, Jane's office, same. Jane walks into the building. Interior elevator, same. Jane steps into the elevator, and as the doors close, the music stops abruptly. Day number 303. Interior, Jane's office, day. The elevator opens to reveal Jane, looking very unkempt, unshaven, and unwell. She walks to her cubicle. Cut to later. Jane is staring off in the direction of Summer's station. Reveal a new secretary sitting there. The new secretary is trying to learn his job from Miss Vance.
So, did you get her back yet or what?
Working on it.
Maybe you should write a book.
What?
Well, Henry Miller said the best way to get over a man is to turn him into literature.
That guy had a lot more sex than me.
And then a new message chime on her computer.
This is it.
Takes a deep breath, swallows, and opens the email. And it's from him. Mackenzie maneuvers to look over Jane's shoulder as she reads.
So great to hear from you. I can't this week, but maybe next? I hope this means you're ready to be friends.
Hearing friends is like a punch in the gut. Fade to black. Fade up. We hear Summer humming the Knight Rider theme song. Day 45. Interior copy room. Day. Summer is on his cell phone in the office copy room, humming the theme song. Mackenzie enters and sees him singing into the phone, turns without a word, and leaves. Interior Jane's cubicle. Same. Jane listening to Summer on her cell phone, loving every minute of it. Mackenzie comes over.
That's it. That is it.
Your boy is losing it.
Day number 87. Interior record store. Night. Jane and Summer wander through the aisles.
You be serious?
I'm being totally serious.
No, you're joking around.
I am not joking around.
Octopus's Garden?
Yes, Octopus's Garden is the best Beatles song ever recorded.
Why don't you just say Piggies?
Come on, I love Ringo Starr.
Nobody loves Ringo Starr.
That's what I love about him.
Summer drags Jane into the curtained-off porn section. She picks up a box. Sweet and Shower.
Ooh, this looks good. This got great reviews.
Interior, Jane's apartment later. Jane and Summer are watching Sweet and Shower, curled up on the couch.
That looks pretty doable.
Interior shower later. We just see the curtain, but we can see their silhouettes behind it. Summer and Jane are trying to have sex in the shower. They're trying to stabilize themselves, to grip something so as not to fall. Elbows are flying. It's a mess.
Put your hand there.
Wait 1 second.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The curtain rips, and the bar comes crashing down. They fall on top of each other laughing. Shower sex is hard. Day number 95. Exterior downtown street. Day. Jane is pointing out to Summer some of what she loves about the city.
If you're just looking at the street, I admit it doesn't look like much, but if you look up...
They do, and it's beautiful. Exterior, another street corner. Day. Summer and Jane in front of the famous Fine Arts Building.
The guy who designed this, Walker and Eisen, those are two of my favorite guys.
Exterior, Angelus Plaza. Later. Jane and Summer sit down on a bench. This is the same bench they sat at for the very first page, and will sit at it again, overlooking the city.
This is my favorite spot.
They take in the expanse. Old, almost dilapidated downtown L.A. Definitely not scenic. Mostly parking garages.
This is?
Right here.
How come?
I don't know. I guess it's, kind of hard to explain.
Well, try.
Well, okay. Like that building. That's been there since 1911, and that's the Continental. That's Ellie's first skyscraper. It was built in 1904.
What's that?
That's a parking lot.
And that?
That's also a parking lot. There's a lot of beautiful stuff here too, though. I wish more people would notice it. If it were up to me, then,
If it were up to you, what?
I don't know. I think I'd make them notice.
How would you make them notice?
I don't know. There's a lot of different stuff you could do.
Show me. Please. I don't know anything about architecture.
You want me to draw you something?
Yeah.
I don't have any paper.
Well, use my arm. Please. I need a tattoo.
Well, let's see your arm.
That's the spirit.
Summer gives her a pen from his pocket and then the underside of his arm. Jane thinks about this, then she starts to draw a sketch on his skin. We catch him watching her face as she draws. He's attracted to her enthusiasm.
Well, the buildings need to be integrated better so you could maximize light capacity here.
Day number 109. Interior, Summer's apartment. Night. Music plays as Jane follows Summer inside his apartment for the first time. The significance of this isn't lost on her.
It's kind of messy.
That's okay.
For Jane Hansen, this was the night when everything changed.
Jane takes in the unpacked boxes, the photographs, wall decorations, books, CDs, everything that one can't know about a person outside their bedroom.
That wall Summer so often hid behind, a wall of distance, of space, of casual. That wall was slowly coming down, for here was Jane, in her world, a place few had been invited to see with their own eyes.
Quick cuts from during the night, Summer laughing at something Jane said.
And here was Summer, wanting her there. Her, no one else.
Jane and Summer in bed together.
Have you ever been in a tornado?
No, it's that and my teeth falling out.
I have that too.
You do?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like being an old man.
Ugh, what else do you have?
Earthquakes.
Really?
No. I dream sometimes about flying. It starts out like I'm running really, really fast. It's like superhuman.
Summer playfully sticking her tongue out at Jane and the two of them fake wrestling.
And then the terrain gets all rocky and steep.
Summer wiping an eyelash from Jane's cheek.
And then I'm running so fast that my feet aren't even touching the ground. And I'm floating, and it's like this amazing realness. I'm free. I'm safe.
Summer and Jane continuing their intimate conversation.
Then I realize I'm completely alone. And then I wake up.
As she listened, Jane began to realize that these weren't stories routinely told. These were stories one had to earn. She could feel the wall coming down. She wondered if anyone else had made it this far, which is why the next 6 words changed everything.
I've never told anybody that before.
Jane's face changes as she's hit with a realization. Yes, Summer has chosen to let her in. It's beginning. Jane's determined to close the deal.
I guess I'm not just anybody.
Day 116. Interior Pac-Man Cafe. Day. Jane plays the tabletop Pac-Man game with her friends.
So what are you exactly?
I don't know.
Are you his girlfriend?
It's not that simple.
Sure it is.
Like, are we going steady? Come on, guys. We're adults. We know how we feel. We don't need to label it girlfriend, boyfriend, all that stuff. It just sounds really juvenile.
You sound gay.
You really do.
Okay, first of all, your last boyfriend was Arnie Sussman in the 7th grade, and you dated him for 3 hours. And you've been with Rob since what, like 1998?
97.
97. See, I don't think the two of you are authorities on modern relationships.
Day 118. Exterior field. Day. Jane is watching a soccer game with Rich.
So what should I do?
You ask her. What?
Why rock the boat? Is that what I'm thinking? Things are going well. If we start putting labels on it, that's like a kiss of death, like saying I love you.
I know what you mean. That's what happened with me and Susan.
Who the hell is Susan?
My girlfriend before Mandy.
Who the Never mind. So you're saying...
I'm saying you do want to ask her. That's obvious. You're just afraid you'll get an answer you don't want, which will shatter your illusions of how good everything's been these past few months. Now, if it were me, I'd find out now before you show up to this place, and he's in bed with Greta from Norway.
Who's Greta from Norway?
Just some girl he met at the gym with Jennifer Aniston's face and Batman's abs.
The whistle blows again, and Rich gets up to go back on the field.
Coach, wait! We're not done!
It's easy, Jane. Just don't be a pussy.
Interior Jane's car. Later. Jane and Summer driving. Jane is very conflicted, and we can see it in her face. They're silent a few beats before...
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
She's not. She clenches her teeth and begins.
Summer, I've got to ask you something.
Okay.
What are we doing?
I thought we were going to the movies.
No, I mean, what's going on here with us?
I don't know. Who cares? I'm happy. Aren't you happy?
Yeah.
Good.
Summer has noticed the song on the radio. Jane watches Summer listening. There's something about this moment, the way he sings along, the way his eyes close during certain notes. Jane is powerless to stop her feelings for this boy. The car drives into the 3rd Street tunnel and disappears into the dark. Day 185. Interior Golden Gopher. Downtown bar. Night. Summer and Jane stand by the bar.
London. Boys knew how to dress. Nowadays, it's all giant sunglasses, tattoos, little bags with dogs in them. Who okayed this?
Some people like it.
I like how you dress.
I was just thinking about getting a tattoo of a butterfly, about yay big on my ankle.
No.
Yo!
And now this tall, well-built, good-looking girl has suddenly appeared next to them.
So, how's it going?
Okay.
Jane puts her hands in her pockets and watches this exchange go down, not sure what else to do. At this point, she's more amused than concerned.
You live around here?
Yeah, not too far.
I've never seen you here before.
You're not too observant.
That's funny. You're funny.
Jane smiles to herself. This girl's a tool. Nothing to worry about.
Let me buy you a drink.
No, thank you.
As he answers Summer, gives a quick glance over to Jane. The girl notices. Up to this point, she had not connected the two of them together.
Are you with this girl?
Jane realizes she has to say something now.
Hi, I'm Jane.
Yeah, whatever. So, come on. One drink? What are you drinking?
I said no thanks.
You're serious? This girl?
Hey, lady.
Don't be rude. I'm flattered. I'm just not interested. So why don't you go over there and leave us alone? Thanks.
It's a free country.
Summer and Jane make eye contact again, as if to say, now what?
I can't believe this is your girlfriend.
And with that in the air, Jane, panicked, decides to cut the silence. All the pent-up uncertainty and confusion all manifest in one single solid right cross to the good-looking girl's face, which connects spot on and sends her reeling. Jane smiles at Summer and shrugs innocently.
What are you doing?
There's a beat of calm where Jane is speechless, and then the girl comes back and socks Jane. Interior Summer's apartment, later. Jane follows Summer inside. She holds a bandage to her face. Still, she feels pretty great about it.
It was really just this crazy thing. It felt like it happened fast, but really it also felt like everything was happening really slowly. Like everything was just, I don't know. It doesn't feel like I thought it would.
It's around this point that Jane notices Summer hasn't been talking to her.
Hey, what's the matter?
I can't believe you.
Can't believe me?
You were so completely uncool in there.
Wait, are you mad at me? I just got my ass kicked for you.
Oh, really? Was that for me? Was that for my benefit?
Yes, it was.
Well, next time don't, because I don't need your help. You know, I'm really tired. Can we talk about this tomorrow?
Jane, completely exasperated, throws her hands in the air and walks towards the door, but then she turns around.
No. You know what? I'm not going anywhere until you tell me what's going on.
Nothing is going on. We're just
What? We're just what?
friends.
No. Don't pull that with me. Don't you even try. This is not how you treat your friend. Kissing in the copy room? Holding hands in IKEA? Shower sex? Friend's my ass.
I like you, Jane. I just don't want a relationship.
Well, you're not the only one who gets a say in this. I do too, and I say we're a couple, goddammit.
Jane makes a dramatic exit. We track with her. Interior stairwell, same. Racing down the stairs angrily, she passes two boys walking up. She motions them past.
After you, please.
Split screen, interior, both apartments, that night. Left, Jane tosses and turns in her sleep. Right, Summer lies awake staring at the phone. Left, Jane picks up the phone, is about to dial when she stops herself and hangs up. Right, Summer looks at her phone. It doesn't ring. Interior Jane's bedroom, hours later. Jane is awakened by the doorbell. She gets up, concerned, and goes to answer it. It's Summer.
I shouldn't have done that.
What?
Gotten mad at you? I'm sorry.
Look, we don't have to put a label on it. That's fine. I just need some consistency.
I know.
I need to know you won't wake up one morning and feel differently.
And I can't give you that. Nobody can.
He comes in and kisses her.
Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt.
I like you.
He kisses her again.
All right.
She closes the door. Interior, Jane's bedroom, morning. Still bruised, Jane and Summer, early in the morning.
What about you? Did you ever even have a girlfriend?
Well, of course.
Yeah? Well, tell me about them.
No,
Why not?
because it's not important.
Come on, I'm interested.
All right, fine. You want to go there?
Yeah, I can take it.
Fine. So, in high school, there was Marcy.
Insert still photograph of Marcy, or at least how she appears in Jane's mind, cheerleading with a short skirt.
Cheerleader / homecoming queen?
She was a rower. She was very hot. For a brief time in college, there was Chris.
Insert still photograph of Chris as Jane envisions her, playing the guitar on stage in some punk band surrounded by groupies.
He was nice, but
Jane's eyes bug out. He now focuses on a groupie.
then there was my semester in Siena, Francesca Bellardelli, also known as the Puma.
Insert still photograph of the Puma, a swarthy Spanish woman posing in front of a Vespa in tight Gucci pants. Too tight.
The Puma?
Yeah, 'cause, you know.
Jane has no idea, and she doesn't want to know.
And that's it?
The ones that lasted.
What happened? Why didn't they work out?
What always happens? Life.
Summer flops back onto the bed. Exterior, Angelus Plaza, day. Jane and Summer sit on the grass at the park.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's not dumb. It's awesome. Trust me.
Jane is reluctant to participate in whatever this is.
It's serious. I'll go first. Vagina.
Jane looks at Summer like she's insane.
Come on.
Jane rolls her eyes.
Vagina.
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 There's kids around.
No, there isn't.
Children run by.
You having fun?
Oh, yeah.
This is what you used to do with the Puma, isn't it?
God, no. We rarely left her room.
Vagina!
Everyone turns and looks at them. Summer cracks up. Jane does too. The game is kind of fun.
Sorry, Tourette's. You know how it is.
Vagina!
She has it too. Vagina!
Vagina!
Jane covers his mouth.
Shh! Everyone's looking over here.
I'm done. I'm done.
You're done? Promise? This is too much.
Unleash me. I'm done. I promise. I promise.
Jane releases her. It's a charged moment between them. Summer smiles.
Vagina!
But Jane is quick. She tackles him, laughing, rolling around on the ground. Day number 191. Interior downtown art gallery, day. Close up on a painting, some avant-garde surrealist depiction of two dogs, humping. Summer and Jane looking curiously at it.
Very complex.
Close up on a second painting, which is nothing but red. Summer and Jane looking at it with the same expressions.
In a way, it says so much by saying so little.
Summer and Jane still perplexed, but trying to think of something as they look at literal poop. They say nothing until...
You want to go to the movies?
Yep.
Exterior movie theater, later. The marquee reads, part vampire, part giant. Vagiant. Interior movie theater, continued. That's never not funny. Okay. Interior movie theater, continued. The theater is packed. Everyone is laughing and screaming and throwing popcorn. Jane and Summer are having a great time. Day 314. Interior movie theater, day. Jane has taken refuge in a movie theater, the light of the film reflecting on her face, and we hear...
This was her life now. Each day, the same dull, throbbing ache of a wounded heart.
Inside the black and white film. Jane has put herself in the film that she's watching. In this shot, she is dressed like Belmondo in Breathless, complete with cigarette and hat. She makes serious faces at the camera as she buys a balloon.
She is broken. More than broken, she is alone.
A mime follows her. She requests the balloon from Jane.
Now, her only friend is grief.
Jane gives her the balloon. The mime almost immediately lets go of it. Jane looks at the mime incredulously, as if to say, "The fuck was that for, mime?" The mime slaps her. Cut to another shot from the black and white film. This is the famous Bergman persona, symmetrical face blocking shot. Half of Jane's face looking at us, and half of Summers looking off to the side, set against a dramatic black backdrop.
In any case, suffering.
Suffering.
Endless suffering.
So much suffering.
The kind of suffering that never ends.
Suffering.
A
Suffering.
shitload of suffering is what I am saying.
Final shot of the black and white film. Jane playing chess against death. Only it isn't death. It's a half-naked cherub with wings and an arrow. It's Cupid.
Your move.
Cupid moves her piece. She wins the game and knocks over Jane's king.
Better luck next time, bitch.
Jane hides her head in her hands. A loser at love yet again. At which point the film burns out. Interior movie theater, same. Jane, who has dozed off, wakes up from the sound. Back to reality. Sort of. Day 321. Interior office, day. Jane sits at his desk, miserable. The new secretary, not Summer, comes by.
Jane, Mrs. Vance would like to see you in her office.
Interior Vance's office, day. Jane has been called into the principal's office.
Jane, have a seat. Has something happened to you recently?
What do you mean?
A death in the family? Someone taken ill? Anything like that?
No.
Look, I don't mean to pry. Does this have something to do with Summer leaving?
Who?
My assistant?
Your...
Jane. Everyone knows. Never mind. The reason I'm asking is, well, lately your work performance has been a little off.
I'm not following.
Okay. Here's something you wrote last week. Roses are red, violets are blue. Fuck you, whore. Now, most shoppers on Valentine's Day...
Mrs. Vance, are you firing me?
No. Relax, Hanson. You're one of the good ones.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Things for me have been a little difficult.
That's okay. I understand that. I was just thinking perhaps you could channel your energy into something like this.
She hands her some sympathy cards.
Funerals and sympathy?
Misery, sadness, loss of faith, no reasons to live. This is perfect for you. Good. Now back to work you go.
Jane doesn't know what to say. Vance quickly ushers her out of the office. Jane spots a card that reads, I love us. Jane stares at it for a second. Day number 167, interior office, day. Jane is wandering through the office with a smile.
Don't you have like 20 cards to write by Friday?
Nope, all done.
Really? Can you help me? Because I've run out of ways to say congrats. I've got good job, well done, way to go. That's it.
How about every day you make me proud, but today you get a card?
Shit. That's good.
I know.
Interior religious holidays wing, later. Workers are again all gathered around Jane.
Have you tried Mary?
Whoa.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Love it.
Interior weddings and anniversary suite, later. All of the people who work in here are middle-aged men. Currently, they are standing around one desk where Jane sits, helping everyone with their cards.
We've been stuck on this for an hour.
Jane looks it over, thinks.
How about...
Jane sees the side of Summer's face across the room.
I love us.
The men are so moved, they might faint. Day 322. Close-up Jane. He's a mess.
I hate Summer.
Close-up Summer's smile as before.
I hate his crooked teeth.
Close-up Summer's hair.
I hate his 1960s haircut.
Close-up Summer's knees.
I hate his knobby knees.
Close-up Summer's neck.
I hate his cockroach-shaped splotch on his neck.
Close-up Summer's laugh.
I hate the way he sounds when he laughs.
Over black, playing the chorus of She's Like the Wind.
I hate this song!
Jane is on a bus full of people, terrified of this raving lunatic.
Ma'am, you're gonna have to exit the vehicle.
Day 345. Jane and Alan walk down the street, heading for a restaurant. Alan, red hair, full-figured, is not bad-looking at all.
I normally don't do blind dates, but Pauline and Rob spoke very highly of you. They said you write greeting cards. That's so interesting. I wanted to write. I majored in English at college, but what are you going to do with that degree, you know? I went to Brown. Where did,
Jane stops in her tracks, right outside the diner.
Alan,
Yeah?
listen, it's great to meet you. Really, you're very attractive. And I just want to say up front that this is not going to go anywhere.
Interior downtown diner restaurant later. Jane and Alan, believe it or not, are now eating. There are 3 empty shot glasses in front of Jane, 1 empty bottle of beer in front of Alan. Jane is feeling the effects.
I liked this boy. I mean, I loved him. What does he do? He took a giant shit on my face. Literally.
Literally?
No, not literally. That's disgusting. Jesus, what's the matter with you? The point is, I'm messed up. I'm totally messed up. On one hand, I want to forget him. On the other hand, I know he's the only person in the entire universe who would make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever do this? You think back on the times you had with somebody, replay it in your head over and over and over again, and you look for those first signs of trouble?
Quick cuts. Interior IKEA. Summer walks away from Jane, annoyed. Interior record store. She's holding up a record of Ringo Starr to Summer. Interior diner. Same.
There's 2 options, really. Either he's an evil, emotionless, miserable human being, or he's a robot. Small wonder, you know? That would explain a lot, actually.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
He never cheated on you?
No, never.
You ever take advantage of you in any way?
No.
And he told you up front that he didn't want a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Something dawns on Jane's face.
I got a great idea.
Interior karaoke bar later. Jane is, yes, on stage, singing Train in Vain by The Clash. The song is usually quite peppy, but Jane's version is a cross between Henry Rollins and Alice Cooper. She is losing her fucking mind. Alan sits by himself in a booth, trying to hide his face, having the worst date ever. He slowly gets up and leaves.
Fine, go. See you later, waste of my time. You don't look anything like Summer.
Day number 402. Exterior, Union Station train platform, day. Jane runs to catch a departing train, bound for Santa Barbara. She has a backpack and isn't carrying a dress on hangers. Interior train, same. Jane starts walking through it. She's looking for someone. Doesn't see him or her. Takes out her cell. Split screen with Mackenzie in Pac-Man Cafe.
Hey, baby, you there? You
Hell
here?
no.
What do you mean, hell no?
I'm not going to that.
Yes, you are.
Gonna be all old people.
Yeah, but you said you were going. That's why I'm going.
The train starts moving.
And that's why I called him last night and told him I was sick. Like a ninja.
Dude, now I won't know anyone at this thing.
Maybe you'll meet a hot grandson or something.
I'm hanging up now.
All right, baby.
She hangs up. Jane continues to look for a seat. She's looking for 2 together so she can at least lounge, but so far, most doubles are taken. She moves into interior train car number 2. Same. Jane continues to look for a seat. So far, nothing. Jane walks by one seat and sees Summer listening to his headphones. He keeps walking. Fuck, did that just happen? Is he really there? She keeps walking. Probably wasn't him, just her imagination. Yeah. Finds an open seat at the back. Sits down. Once situated, she slowly peeks back towards what she thought was Summer. He's looking back too. They both turn away at the same time. Jane mouths, "Shit, it's totally him." Jane quickly grabs a book from her backpack and buries her face in it.
Hi, Jane.
Oh, wow, Summer. Hey, must have walked right by you.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? Are you going to Mel's?
He nods.
Me too.
Cool.
God, I totally forgot you knew her.
Yeah, we worked together all that time.
Oh, of course.
I love Mel. He's the sweetest.
He is.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I wrote you, but I never heard back, so...
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just, it got kind of crazy with the holidays as they came up, and work was so...
Still working for Vance?
Yeah.
I was gonna go get coffee. I don't know if you wanna...
He looks at her book.
The Architecture of Happiness. Looks like a good book.
Yeah,
Awkward silence.
Well, I don't want to bother you.
No, yeah, let's go get coffee.
Interior train, lounge area. Jane and Summer at the counter. We don't hear what they're saying over the din of the train, but they're laughing, both of them, like old times. Exterior, bluff, wedding ceremony, later. Guests are taking their seats. Jane, in a formal dress, waits at the entrance. A few beats later, Summer appears in a suit and tie. Perfect. Jane forgets to breathe.
You look nice.
So do you. Well?
They head to their seats. Jane follows Summer into the audience. They take their seats. Summer leans over to Jane.
Vagina.
No.
Later, Mel marries his 70-something bride.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
He does. Deeply. Exterior wedding reception later. And now the party is in full swing. The band plays something funky. Summer dances with one of the kids. Later, Jane and Summer at their seats, surrounded by kids. The kids are running around the table playing Duck, Duck, Goose.
What else you got?
Well, you snore.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Well, you do too.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do.
And your feet reek.
That one time.
Every time. That one time especially, but every time. And when you wake up, your hair, it sticks up like that. It's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. Your favorite Beatle is Ringo.
Damn right. Ringo's the best.
Ringo is...
At which point Jane is tapped by one of the kids. She gets up and chases after him. The kid makes it to his seat. Jane says, "Duck," and taps the kids at the table. Later, Mel throws the garter. Summer catches it. Jane watches and smiles. Later, Jane and Summer at the bar. They do shots.
1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
Want to dance?
Yeah.
And so they do. The song is slow, Etta James' At Last, which is free to use, by the way. The two of them don't do much talking, but there's a lot of thinking going on. And then...
I was wondering. I was maybe going to have a party on Friday on our rooftop that, like, a really nice garden, if you want to come.
Yeah.
If you're not busy.
I don't think I will be.
And then the song ends.
They're good, huh?
They are good.
Interior train, night. Summer is asleep on Jane's shoulder. Jane is wide awake. She looks over at Summer, sound asleep. Closer than they've been in months. Looks back out the window. A wan smile on her face. Pauline talking directly to the camera in black and white documentary style.
I just got lucky, I guess. I mean, we met in elementary school. We had the same class schedule in the 7th grade, and we just clicked, you know?
Mackenzie, same.
Love? Shit. I don't know. As long as he's cute and he's willing, right? I'm flexible on the cute.
Vance, same.
21 years. He's the light that guides me home. Yes, that is from one of our cards. No, someone else wrote it. Doesn't make it less true.
Back to Pauline.
I wouldn't say the boy of my dreams. No, the boy of my dreams would have a really bodacious ass, maybe different hair, you know. He'd probably be a little more into sports. But truthfully, Rob's better than the boy of my dreams. He's real.
Jane's turn. She says nothing, just stands there, still trying to figure things out. Off her look, we cut to Day 366. Exterior Summer's apartment building, dusk. Gift in hand, Jane stands at the foot of a 4-story walk-up building and gets buzzed in.
Jane walked to his apartment, intoxicated by the promise of the evening. She believed this time her expectations would align with reality.
She's going up. As she does, the screen splits. On the right, we see Jane going upstairs. This side is labeled Reality. On the left, we also see Jane going upstairs. This side is labeled Expectations. They're the same image for a beat. Interior Summer's apartment, same. But then Expectations arrives first. Summer invites Jane inside. He kisses her right where the lips meet the cheek, very close to a full frontal lip kiss. Reality arrives soon after. He comes over and gives him a small embrace. Both Janes give both Summers the book as a gift. It's Architecture of Happiness. Expectations, Summer gives him a huge hug.
Thank you so much.
Reality Summers accepts it with a smile and a pat on the shoulder. Exterior roof, same. On the left, Summer introduces Expectations to 3 or 4 guests. The whole party is maybe 6 people total, and Summer talks intimately with Expectations Jane only. On the right, Summer introduces Reality to a circle of 7 or 8 people.
So, Jane, what is it that you do?
Oh, I write greeting cards.
No shit.
Jane could be a really great architect if she wanted to be.
That's unusual. What made you go from one to the other?
Well, I thought, why make something totally disposable like a building when I could make something that lasts forever, like a greeting card?
Everyone laughs at this. Everyone but Summer. On the left, Expectations and Summer remain locked in a serious conversations. They don't take their eyes off one another. Summer plays with her hair. Their knees are almost touching. On the right, Reality continues to stand by herself against the railing. Meanwhile, Summer is talking with, laughing with, and possibly flirting with many of them. Jane notices, smiles, pretends it doesn't mean anything, but she's clearly jealous. She misses that attention. On the left, Summer grabs Expectations and pulls her away from the rest of the party. They're all over each other. On the right, Reality Jane pours herself a sad drink in a sad plastic cup. She looks for him again on the roof. And then she sees him. While Expectations and Summer are locked in a passionate embrace, Reality sees Summer do something odd. He's showing some male friends a ring on another woman's finger, an engagement ring. Summer hugs her. Jane doesn't process this at first. She takes a step before realizing the significance of what she's seeing. Expectations wipes away in split screen. Interior stairwell, same. Reality Jane comes running down the stairs and building. Exterior Summer's apartment building, same. Jane storms out of the building and into the street. As she does, her entire universe falls apart. All around Jane, Summer's building and then the entire city is completely erased, brick by brick, beam by beam, as if by an unseen force. Jane's world is reduced to nothing. Then she fades away too. Day 440, interior Jane's bedroom. The half-destroyed alarm clock goes off. Jane hits the off button. Day 441, interior Jane's bedroom, same exact thing. Day 441 and a half, interior supermarket day. Jane, in a robe and boxer shorts, buys milk, OJ, cigarettes, Jack Daniels, and Twinkies. The clerk eyes her suspiciously. Exterior street, same. Jane sees a couple holding hands on the sidewalk. She snaps.
Get a room!
They look at this lunatic in her robe and quickly walk away. Day 442, interior Jane's bedroom. Alarm clock. We pan across to see Jane is wide awake. She probably hasn't slept in a day or so. She has no reaction to the alarm. Interior office later. Jane actually wanders into work wearing sunglasses and the clothes she slept in. Slept in. People stare at her.
I've been calling every 5 minutes. Are you okay?
Great.
What happened to you?
Don't want to talk about it.
You always want to talk about it.
Not this.
Well, come on. Let's go.
Where are we going?
It's Thursday.
Interior boardroom later. Jane sits next to Mackenzie and across from Vance. She's in her usual boardroom position, which is to say, near comatose. A male coworker stands at the front of the room in mid-presentation, showing slides that have something to do with a cat in various poses. First we see cat reaching up for out-of-reach milk bowl.
This one says, go for it.
Click. We see cat considering a giant leap.
And this one says, you can do it. We have a whole line of inspirational photographic cards featuring Pickles, my cat. I think people will really enjoy them. Thank you.
Good job, Randy. Inspirational stuff. Okay, who's next? We haven't heard from Sympathy in a while. Hanson. The winter collection. You have anything to contribute?
No, I really don't.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll come back to you. Mackenzie?
You know what?
Yes, Jane?
Can I say something about the cat?
Well, okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
This here is, And Randy, I mean no disrespect, but this is total shit.
Jane!
You can do it? Go for it?
He points to the screen, still showing the cat about to leap image.
That's not inspirational, it's suicidal. If Pickles goes for it right there, that's a dead cat. No, this is all lies. We're liars. I mean, think about it. Why do people buy these things? It's not because they want to say how they feel. People buy cards because they can't say how they feel, or they're afraid to say how they feel, and we provide that service that lets them off the hook.
Jane is getting excited. The rest of the room is growing uncomfortable.
You know what? I say to hell with it. Let's level with America, or at least make them speak for themselves. I mean, seriously, what's this? Congratulations on your new baby? Ugh! How about congratulations on your new baby? Guess that's it for hanging out. Nice knowing ya.
That's enough, Hanson.
How about this one with all the pretty hearts on the front? I know where this is going. Yep. Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart. I love you. Oh, that's nice. Ain't love grand? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, what does this even mean, love? Do you know? Do you? Does anyone?
Jane?
If someone gave me this card, Mrs. Vance, I would eat it.
Jane sits down on the desk, defeated.
It's these cards and these movies and these pop songs. They're to blame for the lies, the heartache, everything. We're responsible. I'm responsible.
Everyone shifts in their seats.
I think we do a bad thing here. People should be able to say how they feel, how they really feel, without some strangers putting words in their mouth, words like love that don't mean anything.
Jane gets up and walks to the door.
I'm sorry, but I quit. There's enough bullshit in the world without my help.
With that, Jane gets up and walks out of the room. Everyone is pretty stunned. Someone coughs. Mackenzie tries to start a clap. It doesn't really take. Exterior building. Minutes later, Jane exits the building onto the downtown street. She stands there for a beat. Shit. Now what? Day 450. Exterior field. Day. Jane watches Rich playing soccer. She has a notebook on her lap and is sketching with a pencil. We hear a whistle, and Rich comes back to the bench.
You're sketching again.
Just doodling.
We got 20 seconds. Talk to me, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm great.
Rich looks at Jane's notebook. She sketched Summer holding up a blood-soaked knife. Jane hides the book behind her back.
You know, my friends are all in love with you.
She sees a coven of 13-year-olds eyeing her from the sidelines.
Like we said, plenty of other fish in the sea.
Thanks, but those are guppies.
The whistle blows again. Rich gets ready to go back, but before he does...
Jane?
Hmm?
I know you think he was the one, but I don't. I think you're just remembering the good stuff. Next time you look back, I really think you should look again.
He runs back onto the field. Jane watches him go. Off his face, we cut to various moments from their past. Smiling in the car, holding hands at IKEA, getting punched at the bar, fighting and making up that same night. Interior coffee house, later. As we've seen before, Jane reads a newspaper. Summer reads a novel.
It's playing at 5.
You want to go?
I don't know. You want to maybe go back to your place, or...
I want to see it. Let's go.
A few more silent beats. Something's in the air. Interior movie, later. Jane and Summer watching the end of The Graduate. Tears begin to well in Summer's eyes. They soon turn to audible sobs. Jane turns to look at him to offer some sort of comfort, believing it to be a response to the movie. Exterior movie theater, later. Same day from the past. They walk out. He is still crying.
You okay?
Yeah,
What is it? The movie?
it's nothing. I'm just being stupid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They continue on. Interior record store, later. Jane and a much more in control Summer walk down the aisles. She grabs a record.
It pains me that we live in a world where no one's ever heard of Spearmint.
I've never heard of them.
They're on that mix I made you. They're track 1.
Oh. Yeah.
Jane shakes that off, grabs a Ringo Starr album, and shows it to him, just as we've seen before. He smiles and they continue on down the aisles. Jane goes to hold Summer's hand, but something happens. It could be a total coincidence, but just as her hand approaches his, he moves it away and keeps it at his side. Jane puts her hand in her pockets, unsure if there's something to read in that. Exterior record store later. Again, that fateful day continues. Jane and Summer outside.
So, what do you want to do?
I think I'm going to call it a day.
You sure? You don't want to get some sort of dinner? Are you hungry? Are you all right?
I'm just tired.
Okay.
Summer looks at her sadly, and he kisses her gently on the cheek. It's a real weird move for him. Jane isn't sure what it means. There's an awkward silence, which Jane becomes desperate to break.
I got it. Pancakes.
Day number 456 through 476. Montage. Jane gets her shit together. Maybe. Interior Jane's bedroom. Day. Jane sits in her bed, angrily throwing a tennis ball against the ground. Has she given up? No. Interior Jane's bedroom later. Jane erases all the greeting card paraphernalia from her chalkboard wall, looks at the empty board for a beat. Interior coffee shop later. Jane sits with her feet on a table, headphones on her ears, reading one of many Taschen books on innovative building design. Interior office lobby. Day. Jane drops off her portfolio with a security guard in the lobby of a high-rise. Interior Jane's bedroom later. We now see a list of names on the chalkboard. These are architecture firms that she has applied to. Jane is scratching them off one at a time. Exterior Jane's rooftop. Day. Jane sketches the cityscape from her rooftop. She has her mojo back in a big way. Interior Jane's bedroom later. Jane is drawing that same cityscape on her chalkboard wall. Insert, hands buttoning a suit. Insert, hands tying the necktie of a groom's suit. Insert, Summer dress for his wedding. Split screen. Day. On the left, Tom, alone on a bus, looking out the window, thinking. On the right, Summer, in his suit. He's a groom, kissing his bride. Day 488. Exterior office building. Another day. Jane, in a suit, exits the train station in her interview suit. We can see she is frustrated, but not deterred. In the distance, her favorite spot in the city, the bench where she took Summer ages ago. Exterior Angelus Plaza. Day. Jane walks over and sits down on that bench. Her favorite. She stares off, lost in thought, and then, from out of nowhere, there's his voice.
Hey, Jane.
Summer sits like an apparition on a neighboring bench. He may have just sat down. He may have been there for hours. Jane isn't sure if he's real or what.
Thought I might see you here. I always loved this place ever since you brought me.
So, I guess I should say congratulations.
Only if you mean it.
Oh, well, in that case.
She doesn't say anything. He smiles.
So, you're okay?
I will be, eventually.
I like your suit. You look sharp.
So do you. I quit the office.
You did? I didn't know. That's great.
Awkward silence.
And you're married.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
More awkward silence. This one goes on a beat longer. And then...
You should have told me.
I know.
At the wedding, when we were dancing.
I hadn't asked her yet.
But she was in your life.
Yeah,
Why'd you dance with me?
'cause I wanted to.
You just do what you want, don't you?
Summer genuinely does feel bad about all this.
You never wanted to be anyone's boyfriend, and now you're somebody's husband.
Surprised me, too.
I don't think I'll ever understand that. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It just happened.
But that's what I don't understand. What just happened?
I woke up one day and I knew.
Knew what?
What I was never sure of with you.
And there's not much else to say after that.
You know what sucks? Realizing that everything you believe in is complete and utter bullshit. That sucks.
What do you mean?
Destiny, soulmates, true love, all that childhood fairy tale nonsense. You were right all along.
And then, out of nowhere, he begins to laugh.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Well, you know, I guess it's because I was sitting in a deli reading Dorian Gray, and a girl comes up to me and asks me about it, and now she's my wife.
Yeah, and so?
So what would have happened if I'd gone to the movies? What if I had gone somewhere else for lunch? What if I'd gotten there 10 minutes later? It was meant to be. And I just kept thinking, Jane was right. I did. It just wasn't me you were right about.
Jane is speechless. Summer takes her hand. We may notice his wedding ring. We may also notice that this is the same exact shot as the first scene. We hold it for a few seconds more, and then the hands separate.
I should go. But I'm really happy to see that you're doing well.
Summer gets up and starts walking away from her.
Summer.
He stops and turns back. She takes in his face, most likely for the last time ever.
I really do hope that you're happy.
He smiles and walks away. Day 500. Interior office waiting area. Day. Jane, in a suit with a hefty batch of architecture sketches at her side, waits in the foyer of Allen, Prince & Gether's Architecture, a cool indie firm in the city that operates out of the 4th floor of the famous Bradbury Building on 3rd and Broadway.
Most days of the year are unremarkable. They begin and they end with no lasting memories made in between. Most days have no impact on the course of a life. May 23rd was a Wednesday.
Jane waits. We will notice, before she does, a very cute boy sitting in another chair, also waiting. They see one another. He smiles. She smiles back.
Are you here to interview?
Sorry?
Are you interviewing? Yeah, for the job, for the position.
Oh yeah. Why? Are you?
Yep.
Ah, my competition.
It would appear.
So, little awkward.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you don't get the job.
And I hope you don't get the job.
They both laugh. There's a silence for a few beats. She likes the look of this boy. This boy is cute. She'd like to talk more with him, and she's a little surprised by it.
Have I seen you before?
I don't think so.
Do you ever go up to Angelus Plaza?
Yeah, that's like my favorite spot in the city.
Right, except for the parking lots.
Yes, exactly. I agree.
Yeah, I think I've seen you there.
Huh. I've never seen you.
You must not have been looking.
Jane ponders this a beat.
If Jane had learned anything, it was that you don't ascribe great cosmic significance to a simple earthly event. Coincidence. That's all anything is. Nothing more than coincidence.
A man comes out.
Jane Hansen,
Yes?
come on back.
Oh, thank you.
He starts to go, but halfway through the doorway she pauses and looks back at the boy.
Jane had finally learned. There are no miracles. There's no such thing as fate. Nothing is meant to be. She knew. She was sure of it now. Jane was...
Oh, sorry. I forgot something. Just one sec.
Jane turns back around.
She was pretty sure.
Hey.
You again.
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe after this, you'd want to get some coffee or something?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sort of supposed to meet someone.
Oh, okay.
She turns back around and heads back. Autumn struggles for a moment and then says,
Sure.
Jane turns back around.
What's that?
Why not?
Great. So, I'll wait for you here, or you wait for me, or something.
He laughs. He's cute when he laughs.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. My name's Jane.
Nice to meet you.
He puts out his hand to meet hers. They shake.
I'm Autumn.
She freezes, then looks right at the camera. Smash cut to day number 1. The end.
And that was the day that Jane didn't learn shit.
Let's just do this all over
She
again.
is doomed to repeat history.
That was hilarious, and that chat was going crazy.